Juan Evaristo Valls-Bois claims a kind of renunciation activism without having gone crazy, but perhaps the most sane of all, or with the delusional sanity of those who get off the car. Mark Ayres, Juan Evaristo Valls-Bois, September 22nd, 2024, 5:30 Cest. This article is part of the magazine Tinta Libre of September. Readers who wish to subscribe to El País together with Tinta Libre can do so through this link. The subscribers must consult the offer at subscriptions@elpaís.es or 914 413. Colin Smith belongs to a family that has always solved its problems running everywhere at maximum speed to avoid stopping. If one stays still, something is lost. If one stops, they soon discover their fault. When in doubt or nerve, run, better run, compete to get before anyone else. Run so fast that one can always be the first, always win everything, so fast that its shape becomes blurred, until it is more than a confusing mirage. Just a stain that turns and gasps, a fleeting advance to nowhere. That furious swirl that wins all the races and thus avoids supporting his pain and his guilt is the protagonist of The Loneliness of the Background Corridor, which Tony Richardson premiered in 1962. Oh, Colin Smith, runner of existence, rider of the storm cosmic. Oh, Colin Smith, so similar to our lineage that it would be said that you are our grandfather. The flashy face of failure has persecuted you. You didn't know it was to save you. Today, we usually call FOMO, or fear of missing out, that perverse affective disposition that kept Colin chained even before he arrived with his strides. Indeed, FOMO is the fear of getting something or not getting somewhere. The anxious diligence with which we try to consume stimuli at all hours. It's that nervous fear of missing out that leads us to run crazily and prevents us from thinking with critical judgment. FOMO is the inability to do anything that does not report direct gain, the minimum dose of pleasure or information. The sophisticated name for this new discomfort, hedonia depressive. With this, Fisher pointed out two things. The first, as statistics confirm every year, that depression is the main condition of our day. The second, that this form of depression is particularly contradictory because it is characterized by the addiction to pleasure and not by its abhorrence. When we are depressed, we spend the whole day doing scrolling while we swallow a series. We look for matches and ask for food at home, all at once and with another 20 open eyelashes. Depressed we are, the perfect consumer, the hedonic zombie that all platforms want. FOMO, as an ultimate version of depression, is a symptom and condition of our productivity in the era of effective capitalism. We have always known that our workforce was limited because our physical capacity, our biceps and twins, have a limit, and given the danger of breaking, they must rest. But it is more difficult to know the limit of our desire, of the libidinal force with which we excite ourselves. We encourage ourselves to go to work and continue producing, consuming, inside or outside it. Both gives. We have the rare belief that our hedonic capital is endless, that we can continue to wish, excite and motivate ourselves unlimitedly. And yet, the widespread depression we suffer is proof otherwise. The form by antonomasia of our affective misery, the precariousness of an exhausted desire, exhausted from running so much to win everything. In this sense, authors such as Anne Kvetkovich or Elaine Ehrenberg have pointed out that depression is not just a mental disorder, a clinical picture that can be addressed with drugs and therapy. Rather, we have to understand depression as a transverse and systemic cultural phenomenon, the result of being exposed to that demand for infinity of the system, which urges us to gain and grow to infinity, which understands that we can always be at the top of our hedonic mountain, excited and euphoric. In the background, the hedonic or FOMO depression are, as Kvetkovich says, a way of describing neoliberalism in effective terms. So long produced entrepreneurs of themselves, inspired and visionaries, that their demand can now only be satisfied by a horde of depressive bruxists, insomnes, doomers, incels and sad men. Equally agitated and nervous, caffeine and snatched in networks, but with a desire dejected, atibored, without capacity for anything other than to continue running, defend their right to continue running. Depression is a form of impotence. Paulo Virano has observed